Central High School, and on behalf of our staff, students, and community, welcome to this year's National Honor Society's induction ceremony, where this evening we will be recognizing and celebrating a group of well-rounded individuals who demonstrate academic success, good character, and dedication to service throughout their school years. Thank you for taking the time to come out and join us. At this time, I would like to introduce Miss Melissa Caudill, the National Honor Society sponsor.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 24-25 National Honor Society induction ceremony. We are gathered here to formally recognize those students who have been selected by the faculty of our school for successfully completing their candidacy and are being inducted as new members of our NHS chapter. We hope this ceremony will serve to remind you of the standards of excellence that you are charged with maintaining as members of the nation's oldest, largest, and most prestigious student recognition program. Today's ceremony marks the beginning of our program's continuing emphasis on excellence that we represent for our school and our community. Throughout the year, members of our chapter serve as role models for other students. In addition to the strong academic records which establish the eligibility of our membership, our chapter members are leaders in many student organizations and serve our school and community through many activities. We are proud of these students who have worked so diligently and accomplished so much in their high school careers. One of the things that I am most proud of with the National Honor Society, a couple years ago, we started to sponsor blood drives here at the school, and we had 3 last year. This year we've only had 2, but in those 2 blood drives that we have had, our students have been responsible for saving 189 lives, which is pretty spectacular. So if we continue that trend, we're going to have 3 more this year. So we will be close to 800, 900 lives saved this year by our National Honor Society students and other students in the school. So that's something to be proud of for sure. It is a very big accomplishment to be in the National Honor Society because you have to maintain a 3.5 grade point average, and that is not easy to do. And our returning members that we are also going to celebrate tonight, they have maintained that consistently for several years. These are students who care about their grades, who know that hard work and their education is important, and students who are going to make a difference in our communities once they graduate from high school and college. So we are very, very proud of them. It is at this time that we proclaim to all in attendance that membership in Floyd Central High School's chapter of the National Honor Society has been earned by these candidates through the effective demonstration of the 4 qualities that serve as standards for the society. Members of the chapter will now review these qualities for the candidates. So the 4 standards that we look at when students are inducted into the National Honor Society are scholarship, service, leadership, and character. And that's what those 4 candles on the outside represent, those 4 qualities. The candle in the middle represents all of these students who embody those 4 characters and those 4 qualities in National Honor Society. So we are going to begin our description of those characteristics with scholarship, and that's going to be read by Senior Jace Martin.
Scholarship denotes a commitment to learning. A student is willing to spend hours in reading and study, knowing the lasting benefits of a cultivated mind. We should continue to learn even when formal education is ended, for human education only ends when the end of life. Knowledge is one great element in life, which leads to high success, and it can only be acquired in one way, through diligence and effort. Learning furnishes the lamp by which we read the past, the torch guiding us to understand the present, and the light that illuminates the future. Candidates have the charge to continually expand their world through the opportunities inherent in scholarship.
The next characteristic is service, and that's going to be read by Senior Carly Frazier.
Service can be established in the routine of the day's work where many opportunities arise to help others both at school and in the community. A willingness to work for the benefit of those in need without monetary compensation or public recognition is a quality we seek in our membership and promote for the entire student body. We are committed to volunteering our time and talents to the creation of a better tomorrow.
Next, we have leadership, read by Senior Jerry Lynn Hatfield.
Leadership should exert a wholesome influence on the school. In taking initiative in the classroom and in school activities, the real leader strives to train and aid others to reach their common goals of success. The price of leadership is sacrifice, the willingness to yield one's personal interest for the interest of others. A leader has self-confidence and will go forward when others hesitate. No matter what power and resources may exist in a school, community, or nation, they are ineffectual without the guidance of a wise leader. Leadership is always needed. Thus, to lead is a meaningful and substantive charge to each of our members.
Our last quality is character, read by Senior Sarah Boyd.
Character is the force within the individual that distinguishes each person from others. It creates for each of us our individuality, our goodness. It is that without which no one can respect oneself nor hope to attain the respect of others. It is this force of character that guides one through life and, once developed, grows steadily within. Character is achieved and not received. It is the product of constant thought and action, the daily striving to make the right choice. The problem of character is the problem of self-control. We must be in reality what we wish to appear to others, to be rather than to be seen. By demonstrating such qualities as respect, responsibility, trustworthiness, fairness, caring, and citizenship, we may hope to prove by example that we value character.
At this time, we're going to ask the new inductees to rise, please, in your seats. You're going to raise your right hand, and you're going to repeat the pledge. And if you need to look at it, it's on the back of your programs, and the audience can follow along with that as well. I pledge to uphold the high purposes of the National Honor Society, to which I have been selected. I will be true to the principles for which it stands and will maintain and encourage the high standards of scholarship, leadership, service, and character. You may be seated. And now, as your name is called, please step forward onto the stage to receive your certificate of induction into the National Honor Society. We are actually going to start with seniors, and seniors will also get a pin that you need to save because you will put it on your stole of your cap and gown for graduation. So you'll be getting a certificate and a pin. The rest of you that are sophomores and juniors, when you are seniors and you're inducted, you will receive your pins as well. Okay, so our first senior is going to be, also when you come up, make sure you stand here in the front and look at Miss Sonia Sloan so she can take your picture, please. Sloan Akers. And we are going to try to get a group too, if you can kind of remain on stage. Next is Amy Ambergy. Next is Megan Bentley. Next is Sarah Boyd. Next, Addison Brown. Haley Burke. Isabella Case. Peyton Caudill. Mason Cook. Katie Krager. Colton Crum. Chelsea Everidge. Carly Frazier. Zach Goebel. Austin Drake Hall. Madison Hamilton. Killian Harrison. Jerry Lynn Hatfield. Dalton Jacobs. Abigail Johnson. Hannah Lafferty. Lindsay Marshall. Jace Martin. Carolyn Gracie McDavid. Olivia McKinney. Zoe Myers. Logan Moore. Kaylin Mullins. Emma Muriel. Peyton Newsom. Braden Osborne. Jaden Patton. Emery Prater. Lindsay Sexton. Nicholas Colt Shelton. Lincoln Sloan. Hannah Smith. Samuel Stewart. Taylor Stumbo. Kenzie Sturgill. Madison Sullivan. And Tamara Tackett. So one thing, as we can kind of group together to get a senior picture, one thing I want to say about these seniors, the majority of them have been in National Honor Society since they were eligible as sophomores. So that means they've maintained a 3.5 their entire high school career. So that's pretty impressive. If we could give them another round of applause. She's up back there. Freaking frack. That's what Bobby wanted to call you and Mary. Right. There you go. It could be worse. It could be worse. Okay, next we're going to induct our junior class. I know you can. I know you can. Okay, our first junior representative is Allie Adkins. Next is Dylan Boyd. Victoria Bradford. Wyatt Bradley. Hayden Catron. Sophia Cook, Chloe Crace, Riley Daniels, Larabeth Hall, Nicholas Hall, Whitley Hall, Alexandria Hamilton, Juliana Holbrook, Braxton Howard, Chloe Howard, Grant Jenkins, Terry Jewell, Ray Johnson, Miley Kilburn, Logan Mead, Elena Morris, Mackenzie Mullins, Mason Oosley, Audra Patton, Charles Potter, Sadie Prater, Mia Queen Gillum, Caden Robertson, Delilah Rodriguez, Landon Sammons, Noah Schmidt, Aubrey Shelton, Adriana Shepard, Tessa Spencer, Christopher Spriggs, Brooklyn Stumbo, Hunter Stumbo, Stephen Trey Turner, Lydia Wallace, Kylie Walters, David Watkins, and Duet Yuri. Okay, if you guys want to group together, this one's going to be easier, I think. All of our juniors were returning members, by the way, so that means that they had maintained since their sophomore year as well. So if we can give them a round of applause also. And last but not least, all of our sophomores are new members because freshmen are not eligible. So sophomore year is the first year that you can be eligible for National Honor Society. So we hope that they continue on this path of excellence as they move into their junior and senior years as well. So our first sophomore is going to be Natalie Cottle. Next, Cadence Farler. Jackson Hall. John J.T. Hall. Reagan Hall. Christian Johnson. Brianna Lafferty. Ava Mays. Rory McCarty. Taryn Mead. Brennan Moore. Hayden O'Brien. Lexi O'Brien. Cadence Oosley. Maylee Pigman. Angela Pitts. Carmen Racky. Shaylee Rogers. Rosalie Roque. Kylie Sexton. Amberly Shepherd. Jacob Skeens. William Sloan. Tegan Stewart. Audrey Turner. Alec Vance. Chloe Wallace. Noah Watts. Scarlett Wood. And Brooke Young. And as the sophomore class gathers for a group picture, you know, freshman year is very difficult, and they're coming from middle school to a totally new environment. So these sophomores should be commended for being able to be successful in a brand new place, which can often be intimidating. So if we can give them a round of applause, I'm sure they would appreciate it. As everyone makes their way back to their seats, one thing I do want to acknowledge is that we all know that no student's success could occur without the people that support the student, give the student love and motivation, and push them to be their best. So at this time, I'd like to recognize the families of these students, if you guys could just stand so we can also applaud you. Families, friends, extended families, grandparents, please stand. We really appreciate how involved you are in your students' education. Thank you, guys. And now I'm going to turn it back over to Mrs. Thornsberry to offer some closing remarks.
And I echo exactly what Ms. Cottle just said about you as our parents, grandparents, family, friends. It takes an effort, a group effort for all of us to be involved in our students' lives and to help them become successful. So again, thank you all for that. Again, we're very proud of our students. I thank you for taking time out of this busy, nasty evening to come join us as we celebrated and recognized our students. So again, thank you for your continued support of our students in school. Everyone be safe and have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. You did a great job. Appreciate it.